Hi everybody, welcome to Castles and Crapshacks, a landmark tour show. I'm your host, Legendary Neurotoxin, and today we are going to be checking out Dark Elf infrastructure and buildings and all sorts of stuff. So what's going on is in the workshop being the show and system going on where we, the players, can participate in Landmark by helping out with the style guide for the Dark Elves, because we're actually going to be building all of the EverQuest Next content, plus or minus, in Landmark. We, the players, are going to be, really spearheading the whole process, letting them know what we need, helping them decide on and design, what the actual aesthetic is, what it's going to look like, how it's going to function. So a lot of what's been focused on right now is the exteriors, but that doesn't mean everything is exterior only. There's a lot of great interior work also going on. Pretty much there's three kind of major highlighting points that let you know that you're in Dark Elf territory. For one, you can see towards the very top, it has these weaponized looking battlements on top. Everything looks dangerous, like you could impale something on it, or like, you wouldn't, if you were a dragon, you wouldn't want to just try to land on it. You would be at risk of impaling yourself on some serious stone or metal spiky things. So that's kind of one of the themes of all of their stuff, from their chairs to their the architecture itself. The larger stuff is things that could be broken off and made into a weapon, things that are kind of dangerous and deadly looking, and functionally dangerous and deadly. Yeah, I'm using. Actually, defenders can see pretty well through those spikes, and if they need to, they can probably actually bust them and push the chunks off to see if they can impale any large creatures below trying to come up after them. But there's also, as you can see, there's also kind of that bridgeway between them that gives some extra options for places to fire down from. Now, the second point of the infrastructure that needs to be emphasized to really fit the style is what's going on with the bases here. Now, the Dark Elf structures aren't crafted by hand. They aren't built brick by brick by brick. They're conjured magically from just the raw stone in the ground, the earth itself. Nice. That's really cool, amusing. Hopefully we'll get to see some of those. Of course, if anybody has recommendations for builds to check out, I've got a little notepad here, and I will definitely go through them. Whoops. So this is how that appearance kind of looks. That the bases of it themselves are actually raw and natural kind of stone. It's just the rough stone that kind of got pulled up along with the rest of the structure. And these structures could potentially go very deep as well. It's not just being raised up. They can also go really deep down if they want or need to. And considering that their time in the Umbra, in the realm that's described in the very end of not the Fall of Bastion. I guess it is the Fall of Bastion, or the one of the storybooks that was released a little while back. So having spent all that time out there, sure, having things underground, they're comfortable with that. They can handle it. And the third thing about their architecture and their design that's also very key is they don't go for gaudy colors. They don't go for striking blends. Everything needs to be, not necessarily that it has to be neutral, but it has to be analogous colors, that is, colors that are close to each other on the color wheel. So, gray to purple, that's not really that big of a deal. It's not like the purple is this bright, striking, lumicite purple. It's actually, I believe that's amaranthine they used there. So that's pretty much the color palette they've gone with this one, is kind of the gray and purple. They could potentially get red in there, or even blue if they wanted, but they would have to be very sparing with that, because elves aren't really about using all the different color. They're about having things that look menacing. Like, these are just little floating planter things they have, and it looks like you could get impaled about 8 to 12 different ways on them. So that's those are some of the very key factors, the defining points for Dark Elf infrastructure, and we're going to be seeing those repeated throughout the show here. I guess one fourth and final one is the idea that they're designed to not appear to be really assaultable in any easy way, and that's kind of the case here. I mean, we have grapplers, so we can grapple up and across, but if I was, just some ho-hum ding-dong orc that, I don't know anything, and I'm just, trying to bash my way in, or trying to find an entrance somewhere, it ain't gonna work. The entrance could be, somewhere up behind that, behind some deposit of ore or material, or hidden under a tree or something somewhere in the distance where you can't really find it unless you're a dark elf who knows exactly where it is. So what this one's got kind of going on for it that I'm not going to say I necessarily like or dislike, but it's an interesting point to notice, is there's kind of this kind of bevel that they've put on towards the edges here. Now that's Dark Elf infrastructure in general. It's because it's meant to be for combat. Thicker walls are just generally the sort of thing that they go for. So in a situation like this, I could see these column pieces, these on the corner here, potentially being a different material, so that way it looks like these are the more reinforced columns that the rest of it's being supported on. Like, those are the more, I guess, like the tougher kind of felsic stone, versus this would be more of the kind of general silicate stone making up these walls. So this walkway, let me talk about this walkway a little bit here, because this is nice. This is a really good demonstration. Quite a bit of progress on the terraforming for Sykara and Ecophantics. Dark Elf build. Haven't seen any columns towers yet myself, or haven't done any. Gotcha. I gotcha. Though you are definitely like the master of terraforming, you are one of, if not the best in Landmark. Certainly one of the best in the general Landmark community of folks that I'm aware of on Twitch and hang out around here. Doesn't mean there isn't some awesome person somewhere who doesn't also do awesome terraforming. But yeah, you do amazing terraforming. I could understand not quite approaching the towers yourself yet. So okay, so inside here, it's not entirely finished, obviously, but that's not really a big deal. You can see that there's the these were kind of those corner columns that I was looking at outside, so it would really be easy to change the material on those, and then have them terminate in more of a interesting way on the inside here. Thanks, Nightbot. Oh, thanks, Nightbot. So these windows are pretty nice. I would imagine there would actually need to be some platforms here for people to be able to fire out from, or something, or otherwise they would be positioned in a place that, attackers would just be tempted to fire their arrows in to no avail. Yeah. So they go pretty deep. You know, this is a pretty big building. Spiky doorways. So just really nicely done. Got the crafting stations in here. Now I'm gonna go actually all the way up to the top and kind of look at those. Actually, look at some of this work on the way up here too, because this is really nice. The kind of curved, archy, spiky sections that are holding up the walkway here. Again, this could also be done with the tougher looking stone material if that's the route the builder was going to go. Because the way it kind of comes out like that, it would definitely look like it's you know, a little bit tougher, and depending on how they do the materials, it could even end up being a bit tougher than the kind of general mass material being used to make the walls in general. I would think maybe the walls would be a little bit thicker than this. I'm not sure if having 2 to 3 layers of walls is the same sort of stuff for Dark Elves, or if they would just prefer the wall itself to be 2 to 3 times as thick in that area. But once again, this build right here isn't really about the interior, it's really about the exterior, and they've done a phenomenal job with it. So I'm going to go up to the top here. That's a nice shot. Okay. So, okay, if this is somewhere, yeah, if you were trying to fight out of here, I guess you would probably need to have some sort of little steps going up or something to give a height advantage here. Hey, Joe Black, how's it going? So that I definitely see your point about making sure the defensive battlements here aren't too high that you can't actually fight out, because I wouldn't expect Dark Elves to walk all the way up to here or get up on these little walkways here and actually walk on those to fire down. Definitely a good point to bring up. So how about these ones over here? Same situation. They're a little narrow, but they've also got these slots where you can kind of fire down. So that's really cool. You don't even have to expose yourself. You can kind of stay back here and fire down at anything nearby. Or if it's further in the distance, you can walk all the way up and fire up. Once again, those are a little narrow, but I suppose if you're a nimble sort of whatever elf, you can probably draw and fire the bow in that tight of a space, and it probably keeps you a little bit safer that way anyhow. Good stuff here, good stuff. On Zool. Yeah, you get thumbs ups. There we go. Alright. Give me just a second before I send this here. Uh... Hmm. You know what, folks? I might need to relog. Yeah, unfortunately. Hey, Moshpad. Hey, Defense. How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Having some Twitter uplink issues here, but that's no biggie. Millicent, welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, so this... I'm not sure if this is working. Alright. That's fine. I can just do the old-fashioned way. Okay, I'm just gonna take manual screenshots and then I'll post them all at the end of the show. Ugh. Don't show me that again. Alright. There we go. That's unfortunate that mechanic isn't working right now, but whatever. We'll just report it and move on. And Ansgar. Alright, see you later, Joe Black. Thank you very much for coming through. I really appreciate it. So, I hear y'all like lunar anklets. Do people really like lunar anklets, though? Is this a swap meet? No, it's just their factory. Really nice. I like that. They've got the different kind of sizes of it. Still trying to get one. Okie dokie. Well, doing this thing, you see. Yeah, it's pretty nice what they've got going on here. Those are really well done. So we can actually see them over on this side. Now clearly it's just, you know, work in progress and experimentation. It's not intended to be a full build at this point. I really like this here. This walkway to the obsidian battlements here. That's really nice. And fire on this cathedral all day long. Just a little thin walkway there. Easy to fall through. Not sure if that's intentional or not. I like those arched. I really like how people have these kind of domed, arched areas where stuff comes up. That's really nice. It really does make it look like it's just kind of made from stone. It's interesting what they're kind of going for on the interior here too. Is something that's it's got these kind of pointy parts to them, like you could just be walking by it and any time smash the person's head on the wall there. Really nice. And I like how they use the three different sizes of blades to give that kind of sweeping V with the tips of it going along there. That's really nice. Hey Dove, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Good to see ya. Alright, I'm zooming in. A nice shot of this place here. Oh, wait, that's right. Twitter isn't working still. Oh, no biggie. I'll just keep doing it manual until it does. Alright. Snippy, snippy, snippy. Okay. Ansgar. And where was Ansgar again? This is Adventure Lava Tube. Next. Once again, folks, if you have a request, I saw one up here, was that Psychara. Yeah, that's meant to be Dark Elf. Visit claim. Yes. So how is everybody doing here today? Hey, Com, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. This game changed a lot since you last played. In what way? Yeah, I know, Musing. That's why I'm visiting it. I am doing fantastic events. I was kind of falling asleep a little earlier during Unity Daily because I maybe should have slept a little bit more, maybe even eaten a little bit more before the show, but it's all good now. I'm ready to rock and roll here for Castles and Crapshacks and keep on providing critical analysis throughout the show here. Ooh-wee. Now I'm going to let this load up in full before I really start getting after it. And actually, it doesn't look like everything is loading in full here. So, I'm going to exit the game and come back on in. Circane, you're talking about UI stuff, new materials, because they just added a bunch more new materials for the metals. New props, they've been adding a bunch of those. The colored lights, the lumicite itself, or the more updated UI features like the things where you can track the items you're trying to find for something you're building, or yeah, many things. Everything basically. Been a very long while. About how many weeks? Yeah, Caves tomorrow is going to be awesome. I might play a bit. I don't think I'm going to broadcast. I'm mostly going to be getting ready for E3. Hey, it's this guy. Alright, now let's see just what we're looking at here. So we've got this little thin, I don't know if that's supposed to be a dock or what. We've got this floating cube just because. Interior hasn't been touched. So it's mostly this exterior, which is pretty awesome. Definitely looks like it's a mountain that's been changed to become a castle rather than a castle built out of blocks of raw stone. I like the pointy stalagmites kind of poking down there. 2 months and some extra weeks. Yeah, that's a huge amount of time you've been out of the game. It's changed significantly since then. So I see you just working here. I like the ramp. I like the use of rough iron in the doorway there. Has a little bit of that bleed there, and I'm sure you can probably find a way to adjust that, but it also kind of looks cool, the bleed. Iron, and then this gate with the little spikies on it. It's pretty cool. Whoops. All sorts of spiky, jagged shapes down here being used for experimentation. Whatever this scepter-y column looking thing is. That's really nice. It looks not deadly enough, I think. I don't know. I like it. It's a really nice pattern. It's really classy. But it doesn't quite scream like, oh my god, I don't want to be near those things. See little spiky points and stuff hanging around. This wall though looks pretty beefy. It almost looks like a saw, like some sort of automatic saw of some sort. The blade looking things coming off of here, that's really cool. Look like big old swords. That red. The red works. The red works with the stone, but I feel like it might... What do you folks think? Do you like the red, or do you think it contrasts with the grass a little bit here? I suppose that's the one thing I'm kind of looking at, is that it, as nice as it is with the ocean and the grass and the beach sand, it really has a contrast with the rest of the environment versus kind of blending in and not being as featured a color, I suppose. Like these, I really like that. The purple works. Am I just being nitpicky here, or is this something that other folks are actually kind of feeling about it too? And really nice stuff here. I like it a lot. Those do kind of look like they can just be pulled off and used as spears at any time. Or as axes, rather. Like the red, not sure about using the... I would see red working with Dark Elf stuff if you're using more brownish stone, or if you've got well, it would work with obsidian too, but either brownish stone or like sandstone or something. I feel like the red might go a little bit better with. That's nice, really nice and spiky there. It's like almost like barbed wire going around. That's really tough. That's good stuff. It's really cool. Definitely a place where you can hurt yourself. Definitely a place where you can hurt yourself. Cool. Great stuff. I really love the work that you've been doing out front there to terraform and really naturalize it into the area. It'll be nice when that's all finished. It'd be great. I really, 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 really hope this claim doesn't get hit by the caves. In fact, I hope all of these claims that I check out don't get hit by the caves, because it really sucked to have to replace them, and especially this one because of the terraforming. So how did I get into this tower? Is there an entrance in here? Yeah. And spiral staircase. And those also look sharp and dangerous and can be broken off and used to stab, though you kind of need them to get up too. This bell looked like a nose, kind of. I like the stone knocker here next to it to ding it. Really, really cool. Yeah. Yeah, other than maybe experimenting with cobalt or tungsten or something else for the material going around. Maybe this would be the job for Ethereum. Other than that, I really like the use of the natural material instead of one of the more polished and uniform looking materials. It definitely gives it more of that natural, rough-hewn look, which I think fits really well for something that's more of a terraformed Dark Elf infrastructure rather than something where they just completely pull everything out from the ground. Never seen that before. They usually use horns. Good point, Com. Good point. A bell. You know, I didn't even think about that. I could see the bell being used for not so much for the alerts and alarms inside the castle, but more of a dock-related thing and more of a lighthousey sort of thing that you're using it to send messages and warn incoming boats not to crash up into it. But I suppose that's going to be the other part for this is once everything's all built out, there's definitely, I would imagine, going to have to be something like some large spikes coming out of the ocean or something. Otherwise, it seems like a ship could be rammed straight into the place here and potentially do a significant amount of damage. Yeah, Com, that's true. Oh, and I didn't spot that corner earlier. Let me check that out. Yeah, that looks gnarly. Needs more of that. Yeah, no, it's great stuff here. It's and you know, it's that kind of experimentation that we really need to be able to know what does and doesn't work for the Dark Elf aesthetic, because it's you know, it's definitely a valid point you bring up about the bell and about the kind of rough-hewn look. Yeah, that corner. Alright. Yeah, it's no matter how it turns out, it's definitely a really nice build. I'm liking the hell out of a lot of what's going on in there. Especially those walkways in there. Those are really nice. I would I would definitely say these walkways are my favorite part of the build for sure. Yeah, these sword-looking things, those look mean. Oh, right. No, gallery. Apothecus. I guess if you want to be a builder to get your stuff seen, you gotta have a name that starts with an A. Bug gate. What was the bug gate? I don't really remember that. Dark elf as one word. Thanks, Locknars. Thank you and welcome. I appreciate it. I will definitely do it as a single word instead of as two words. So, oh well, thank you for the follow, Donkey Gaming. Forgot how loud that sound is. I definitely have to adjust that. Oh. That's neat, Com. Yeah, I'm using. That's definitely what would definitely be a big deal. It would really actually make it look like there's the part that was formed by magic put into the part that's naturally occurring. So, speaking of naturally occurring, it kind of does pull up out from the ground. It doesn't have the same kind of squishiness around the base that some of the other ones have had, but it doesn't necessarily have to. I like this flanged looking piece they've got flying over there. Definitely could be used for a lot of stuff, I bet. There's some nice arch pieces they've got there. I don't believe everything is loading for me here, so I'm going to pop out and load back in. This is really where I'd use that additives smooth tool that I had been talking about a little bit. I'd love to have something where I can be adding at the same rate that I would normally be subtracting with smooth, so I can go over an area and just kind of squish back and forth and apply new material on a surface to give it more of like this naturally kind of look. Or when it comes to putting snow on things, you just paint it over a surface, bam, instant snow. I'd love to have something like that. So let's try this again here. Now everything looks proper and complete. Before it was a little wonky. So purple and orange is definitely a bit of a stretch in terms of the colors. I understand the obsidian obelisks only come in one color, but if that's the, it's definitely, you gotta go purple or you gotta go orange, because they're a little too far apart on the color wheel. And I would say purple is the dominating theme in here. Yeah, oh man, I'm so waiting once we get the new materials for amaranthine and alabaster. Those will be lovely. Because I see everybody doing the amaranthine for a lot of the stuff, and the raw stuff is kind of nice, but being able to work with the worked material will definitely give us a lot more options. Especially being able to use varying forms of amaranthine next to each other. That'll further really enhance a lot of what people will be able to do with these builds. I hope those are in progress right now. I like those windows. Those are nice and spiky and intimidating. So there's a lot of parts of it from the outside that look intimidating, but once you're in the area and once you're on the walkways, it doesn't quite feel as dangerous anymore. Like this walkway right here, these could use a little bit of spikies and jaggies along the way, not just the points going up there. Not only to provide some extra defenses, but also to once again make it look not very safe and not like a place you want to really hang out if you're a visitor. That's interesting. That's just some raw obsidian they have just kind of drawn up into it. Weird. I kind of like it. We've got I like the kind of flanged look on these windows there. Definitely enjoying the double arches for all of the doorways. Small spikes are great accents. You are correct. Some sort of molten slag river. Not really sure what's going on here. I kind of like it, but I wish I better knew what was actually going on there. I guess that is a river of lava or magma. Definitely one or the other. So yeah, pretty nice place here. Let's look at this exterior a little bit more. So they've actually got designs and inlays on the bladed kind of battlements here. Oh, camera, why are you being so wonky? So that's really nice. That adds definitely some extra flair to it. I'm not sure if it makes them look less intimidating or not. But it's definitely rather festive and decorative for a dark elf. So go up further and further. Whoops. And you could be able to, I guess, fire arrows through these little notches here. It'd be kind of tough. Very well defended looking spot though. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. And here's the other thing I wanted to look at. Was this this fancy archway sort of thing here. Not an archway, it's just a, well, I guess it kinda is an archway. Or like a window of sorts. That's really, really nice though. I like that column a lot. And again, the inlays. Really nice fireplace. Definitely a lot of good use of materials for coloration going on. A lot of really cool architectural, like aesthetic designs, like this ribbed kind of archway here. It's really, really fancy. Good stuff. Alright, I'm going to move over to the front again, take a screenshot, and then we will move on to the next build. Searching Dark Elf as one word. So what's up, folks? Who's actually building in-game right now? Not necessarily that you have to show off what you're doing, but just really interested in who's currently playing right at the moment. Oh, I'll try it again. Twitter's not working. Okay. Apothecus. On your alts claim. Gotcha. Very cool. Mining copper for upkeep. Might do some more on your ocean habitat. Very nice. We should be able to build reliably underwater come Monday, I'm hoping. Next week, I'm hoping to do some underwater build tours. Should be a lot of fun. Ooh. So those who want to win a lunar anklet, I posted this earlier. It's still open. It'll be open until the what's it called? Until the 2-hour break. At which point I'll go through the entries and select a winner. So if you want to win a lunar anklet, go to the link that I posted there. Hey DK, how you doing? What buzzing sound? Yeah, that's fancy. And I like the way they used the different types of material. They used more of the base material that the building was kind of, I guess, more conjured with, or more of it was used in the building of it. Hilliset, did it not pop up in chat there? It should be a few lines up. If it isn't, I can post it again. Just let me know. Oh, sure, I'll post it again. There, you should be able to see it now. Here, I'll just post the link. You folks know the rules. Unless Twitch chat's having some issues. So can you folks see it or not see it? It might also be that Twitch chat has logged me out but didn't say it logged me out. That happens every now and then. Let's try that again. So the arches underneath the spikes. They're really nice. I like how there's the extra little grooves in there. I don't know why chat's having so much trouble. So the spots in between, even in between, there's these little cat ear looking things that are kind of neat. Very cool. Alright, let me try that link again now. Those are neat little holes there. So once again, this is showing that kind of rough-hewn, pulled out of the ground kind of look. Different buildings do it in different ways. This one, it's definitely there, but I feel like maybe it needs to get pulled up, maybe about head height here, consistently all the way around. Because this part right here makes it look a little bit less, and like these kind of lower sections don't quite give that same feeling that it's just been straight pulled up out of the ground and a bunch of rock was pulled with it. It just kind of feels like little extra parts were pushed up. But you know, the fact that it's got that's definitely an important part of the architecture. I really like these lines going down here. It's just using a different material to Fugazi on the gallery for sure. So are my posts and my stuff actually coming through now on Twitch chat, or is it still being wonky? Those are really nice. Really well done. I like the purple to light it up. I'm sure at night it looks awesome. Cool. Hey Llama. Welcome, welcome. Shadow Spawn, I don't think I said hello to you. Hello, hello, welcome. Alright, so understanding Brooke. Okay, so to Fugazi's claim we go. Alright. Wait, did it actually crash? It might have actually crashed. Actual crash. Wow. And it's really only something that happens if you teleport around from island to island to island. If you stay on one place in a while, yeah, it's just it's no big deal if you work in one space for a while, just so long as nobody does some certain thing involving cubes, which apparently crashes the game. But other than that, it's actually the just jumping around that causes some issues, and that'll probably be fixed soon. Yeah, common. Well, that might be the case. Unfortunately, those are also some of the louder folks, and it really doesn't help because I don't have a lot of people. Not that people don't, but I just don't have a lot of folks, going around saying like, "Oh yeah, Castles and Crapshacks is awesome." Um, but there's definitely, when people are critical of something, they're critical of it 24/7. So yeah, let's try this again. Nightbot, you really have poor timing, don't you? Oh well. For another 3 seconds, great. Yeah, but at the same time, if people who are new to Landmark and have never seen it before, and they're looking in the Reddit, see Castles and Crapshacks, and just see a bunch of people talking bad about it without understanding the context of the show and the good that it really brings, um, they're gonna have a bad impression of it right off the bat before they even get a chance to see it. So that's why the complainers are kind of an issue. Oh man. Looks like I'm still having some issues here. It's Confidence Brook. Probably Adam. Because people who actually do create stuff don't want to come off as a bunch of jerks and, actually have constructive criticism. That's true. In this case, I think it was just more of a knee-jerk reaction. Oh, he's gonna say bad things about builds that aren't great? Well, that's discouraging to people. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna give a kid a coloring book, have them color everything like orange and purple for like things that aren't grapes and oranges and be like, "Oh yeah, you did a great job." If they did something awesome, that's one thing, but if it's just like random colors everywhere and doesn't obey the lines or anything, I honestly can't be like, "Hey, you did an awesome job with this project." Damn, DK, that's terrible. So this one definitely it addresses the issue of being able to kind of fight out from the walls here. There's even these kind of raised platforms so you can get up on the corners and fire out from here. Exactly, Adam. It's one thing to just be going around and be a bully about like the quality of builds, but it's another thing to actually be hoping that everybody can get better as a builder in the process. Yeah, defense. So I'm going to look at it from the reverse side here, because it's two decidedly different looks. From the inside, you've got this wall of spikes that, while it looks kind of intimidating, it's also very orderly. When you're looking at it from the outside, there's this wall of spikes, then this wall of spikes, and there's the wall over here is where it's raised. It's definitely a lot more menacing from the outside than the inside, and that definitely has a great effect. Um, I like these halberd-like flanges going on here. These poleaxe-looking blades. That's really cool. Does the crown actually have any curves to it? Um, Not really. Like the tapering, I guess there's a little bit of curvature where the spikes are tapering, but for the most part, um, it's pretty right angly. Yeah, not everyone's Michelangelo, and not everyone should expect to be Michelangelo. Not even if they start practicing nunchucks right now. I mean, wait, wrong Michelangelo. Nunchucks. The lumicide under the spikes. Oh yeah, that is nice. I like that a lot. I'd noticed the hints of it, but I guess I hadn't really looked at it in detail. That's really nice. So purple, I'm not sure if this is the exterior material he's intending to use. And this is just stone, right? Yeah, worked slate. I like the base here. Definitely has the feeling of having been pulled out, at least in some sections of it. I guess it's not entirely complete. But that's interesting. Were they trying to make some sort of a stony rib going up the side? Yeah, a little bit more curves around the crown. You're definitely right about that, Com. Um, I really like these walls here. This is one of those other things where using two different types of material. This whole thing here could this and that could be a different material, not only to contrast and make the detail show a bit better in the distance, but also giving more of the look of some things being more reinforced stone versus some being more decorative stone versus some being more just kind of, functional and holding the place. So really, really nice. Great stuff going on here. And that's not all. There's other experimentation going on. I mean, that's really cool right there. I like that. Oh, that's it's getting stuck in there. It's really neat. Great stuff. Great stuff. I think I'll actually take a picture from the rings. Oh, they do have some arches actually. If you look, just underneath the those corners. Here, hold on, let me save this picture. So you can actually see they do have a bit of curves going on right up in here. DK just create a new account. Wow. Just wow, DK. Just wow. So there's a material transition here, but I don't know what's going on because it is the same material. I guess it's just the lighting. Weird. Huh. Alright. That's hilarious, DK. Okay, I'm looking for the gallery. Dark Elf. Dark Elf. We're Dark Elves. We all talk in this scary voice. Still under heavy construction. Creation date 4/24. I'm gonna check this out real quick. DK, I'm pretty sure it might not have been Reddit, but I'm pretty sure I've read a Dilbert comic or something that's pretty close to the issue that you're having here. Here's the entrance. Oh, some natural caves. Whoa. It definitely is under construction, work in progress sort of thing. I like the choice of stone they used. Ah, here's where it gets a little fancier. So that's some machinery. 15 minutes, 8 commercials. Oh, that sucks, labels. Yeah, I've been having a lot of trouble with that recently too. And I'll have to reset 2 or 3 times before I'll get it to show, to get through the ad, and then for the ad to not mute the entire thing or break audio. So, $2 housing, huh? I wonder if this is before the style guide was being established, because this I like the points on here, but the rest of it doesn't look deadly enough. DK, you must be one of the lucky ones. Normally you have to be using Twitch Turbo, or using some sort of an ad blocker of some kind, because that could potentially work. Nice. Cool use of the stone here. The purple really helps to blend the stone materials together. Gotcha. Oh, you have a really old account. Gotcha. I use Chrome too. I just don't use ad blocker. As much as I hate ads, unfortunately, they are the thing that makes internet work for free to play and services like this. Alright, so I'm just gonna choose the next place to go. Casual teen. Hey Ronnie, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we haven't been sending the hashtag Castles Crapshacks pictures out because unfortunately the Twitch link up has not quite been working today, but that's totally fine. I've just been taking manual screenshots along the way. So I've also got something going on for folks who may want to try to win a lunar anklet because I still have some. So go through, comment on that Reddit post I just linked there. Um, Give it an up arrow if you feel like it, and at the break I'm gonna be doing here in about 25 minutes, I will look through all the replies and um, give somebody a lunar anklet. I like the micros at the angles here. It almost looks like it's stitched. I'm wondering if that's something they intended or not. That's really cool. The walkway, that ribbed look to it. Now, I'm not sure if the light stone on dark stone is something that Dark Elves would really go for, or if it, you gotta post that on the Reddit, though. You can't just say it here. That's, as much as I enjoy hearing it here, that's not how this thing's going down. So, like I was saying, I'm really not sure if the light stone on dark stone is the sort of thing that the Dark Elves really go for. Because that seems a little on the contrasty side. But I really do like these dark patterns going up through it. All these lanterny looking things here. Hey, Dreams and 8-Bit, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the show. So let's look at some of these spikes and flanges and stuff on it. Yeah, it still looks nice, Ronnie. I'm definitely not saying it doesn't look nice. I'm just wondering if it really matches their aesthetic or not, or if it's a little too contrasty. That's not for me to decide on. So don't worry about the colors as much. They can change the color scheme later. That's true. So we've got these weird TIE fighter looking things on the walls behind. These neat little claspy spiky things that go around. That's pretty cool. TIE fighters. Yeah, it was the analogous color schemes, but then I would also imagine white on black would be a really sharp contrast that they might not necessarily be as into. So these are really neat here. This is a really interesting sort of thing up here. It'd be kind of hard to fight out from here. This maybe looks like more of a place where you'd go out to address a large group, like more of an administrative building and less of a full-on combat building, which makes sense. Not everything is I guess not everything is a forward outpost. If this was a building in a city, I could see, like I said, this being more of an administrative sort of structure, rather than something where like a barracks or a forge or a market or something. Let's see down here. Oh, never mind. Cricket sounds indeed. The bits at the top, they look like they're intentionally heavy by design. That if there's attackers outside the building, maybe you would want to potentially push one of those down to try to smash them with it. Yeah, for building, definitely it helps with the process. Not going to argue with that. It really does help. And what was the name? Casualty. Okay, clearing the UI, snipping a screenshot. It's on Courage Hilltop. No, elves will smash. It's not always what they go with, but definitely they're not above smashing something. Ooh, I like that gate. Um, we before the show started, or before I got rolling with it, rather, I toured the boardwalk, the Friday community build from Catarella and friends. I actually did a bounce house there. Um, we'll be other than that, we'll be just doing Dark Elf today to kind of leverage what's going on in the workshop. Um, Now, when we get up to a break here, and this is probably the last time I'm going to post it, when we get up to the break here, I'm going to read through everybody's replies here, and, yeah, seriously, calm. And, assign some winner or winners for the, Lunar Anklet. Usually I had just kind of thought one winner, but it depends on how many people participate. We'll see. Yeah, it's definitely a Dark Elf gate. I really like it. I really, really like the way they've designed this plant-like light. They've got the purple Lumilight embedded into the what's that? Amethyst again, or amethyst rather. They've got that kind of sunk into this obsidian here. That creates a really nice look. This doesn't feel quite as contrasty as the other one because while it's not using plaster, it's using kind of a darker, grayer stone. So I would say it blends better with the darker elements and doesn't have a striking contrast in the same way. So, like we were saying, that last build was definitely not a not the final product. it gives us a good idea of why you can't just go white on black. You definitely need to have more like dark gray and light gray sort of thing, or light gray and black. They really don't seem like they'd be building with white stucco or plaster too much anyway. That's more of an artisanal sort of building, versus theirs is just purely conjuration of stone in position through the powers of magic. Really nice little gardeny things there. I like those lamps. Those definitely look like you can just pick them up and whack somebody with them. I like how they made the little floating crystals and embedded lights in them. That's something I've done a little bit in the past and probably should do a little bit more of. Reddit's free. You could sign up and get on there, and it'll only take you a minute. It's kind of hammered iron. Yeah, the gemstone lumicite is a really nice effect. It's something I think people are going to be probably doing a lot more of once we actually have the full-on glassy voxels, the glass voxels themselves. But for right now, excuse me. For right now, even using the crystals themselves and just shaping them and putting a light in them gives a really, really nice effect. If it didn't load for me when I teleported here, see if I can fix it. No, it's just not loading the data for that section. That's really nice. Definitely has the nice curves. Actually, I really like this one kind of coming up this way, and these kind of sloping back the other way. That almost has like a chompy tooth-like look to it. That's fine, llama. So, nice spiky points there on the corners. That's really nice. That part that's not loaded, I definitely need to come out and come back in, because I'm going to want to take a nice screenshot around understanding. No, Dreams definitely looks like it's glitch area. It doesn't look like voxels terminating in a proper way. Okay. DK. Not as much today. If someone dreamed an 8-bit in like the 1600s or something, that might be a little fucked up. That might be a little on the weird side. Of course, maybe not. I guess there's already granular pixel style art that has existed for a long, long time. Wouldn't necessarily process it as being 8-bit, and it doesn't necessarily function exactly the same way. But yeah, things being represented in the format of pixels has existed in the past. Really nice build. Really like this place. Pointillism. Indeed, Wonder Llama. This was... Yeah, this is them. No, that was the last one. Whose am I at now? Dreamt of Korea. Nice. Dark Elf Gate. That's Cassandra. Whoops, wrong button. I rip off a lot of pages. This is what my notes look like. This is the less organized stuff, the more temporary sort of stuff. More permanent stuff like what I'm doing in Unity goes in this folder. Someone walking around over there. Alright. Oh, it's care. Okay. Yeah, DK, I'm planning to go through them all and all the stuff that's related to the different shows, put in some sort of respective notebooks, and have a little maybe something that I'll give to SOE or just put in my files for things from stuff. So I'm gonna leave you folks looking at the gate here while I do the do my little break thing, and when I come back from taking a break, I'll look over the replies, and we'll see who gets some lunar anklets here. Alright, be back in a few.